Alright, this is take 3. I've done this twice, and the second time, I had my finger over the audio hole, I guess, and you couldn't hear half the video. The first time, I talked way too long, so we're gonna reduce it again. Hey guys, this is an update video. I actually made an update video for the second cut, and I didn't upload it because I'm dumb, and I don't know why I do this to myself. I put the energy into it, I was like, you know what, I didn't look good that day, so I'm not uploading it. Not that, I don't know. So, I have made 3 cuts. Last night was my 3rd cut. I'm on 0.85, or I should be. We'll get into that later. The scale I've been using is fucked. I have had problems. I have had symptoms only the first day or two into the cut. So what I do is I cut 5 to 10% every 2 to 4 weeks. I've been cutting 5% every 2 weeks. So the first 2 weeks, the first 2 days, I've had problems. The first 2 days of the taper, I had insomnia issues. The second cut, which was 2 weeks in, I had something that was new to me was joint pain and TMJ pain. I went to the doctor because I thought it was an ear infection, and he was like, no, it's probably TMJ, probably like clenching. It was a joint issue. That went away after I went to the doctor that day. The next day I was okay. And then the third cut was last night, and I woke up with diarrhea, and I have an irritable bowel disease. A lot of these things are variables. Like, I've had various joint and bone issue things before. I have insomnia. That's why I started taking sleeping pills in the first place. And I have an irritable bowel disease, so all of these are variables. But the main thing about this is that I have, like, maybe a day or two that's uncomfortable, and then it regulates itself, which what I'm reading is more common for people to go through. Again, a reminder about what this page is about is it's an honest-to-God journal. I really want, my optimistic hope is that I have a smoother experience than the horror stories of people that are cutting cold turkey. And honestly, I don't like saying it like this because they're not intentionally trying to scare people. They're trying to advocate. But I'm trying to advocate that there's a lot, not misinformation, but people aren't saying, hey, this shouldn't happen to you if you taper correctly. They're just saying, hey, don't take benzos because of this, and that's valid too. This drug is heinous, and I wouldn't, recommend being on it, but a lot of people need it as lifesaver. My whole thing, I just want this as an experience. I want this as, if somebody is struggling, because when I started realizing I needed to come off the pills, a doctor told me, this was actually in my introductory video, a doctor told me, and then I sat with that for a year before I actually did anything about it, because half of it was I was terrified. I had been watching all these videos of these people going through symptoms that never ended, and it seemed like an absolute hell, and people were hurting themselves and ending their lives from it. So I was terrified, because I thought that was going to happen to me. And when I talked to more doctors about it, that shouldn't happen if you do it correctly. But you could, everybody has the chance to have protracted withdrawals if you do things incorrectly. It's just the way that your body works. So my hope is that I don't have any of that happen, and that I encourage more people to be less afraid, because this is a huge step for me. I've lived my life in fear my whole life. Everything. There are things I'm not telling you about that, when this is over, I'm gonna have to tackle those fears that, not health related, but just in general related. So I guess my ultimate goal is to help people be less afraid, is the end goal there. And I will say that I have been having troubles with my scale, because I calibrated it today, and it turns out that I was taking way less than I thought I was. The scale was reading it way fucking wrong, and it was cutting so much. So now my problem is that the scale is calibrated. I'm actually taking more than what I've been cutting at, so I have to eyeball it to, in relying on memory is not really good, so I'm gonna have to either, get a new scale or figure out some sort of something with the pharmacy about liquid titration. I just don't really have access to it because I don't have, it's not that I don't have great support, but actually I'm gonna go back on that. I don't have great support. A lot of this is I'm doing this on my own, but the main thing is that I'm here to update you that I'm okay, and I'm gonna keep updating you. And if I'm not okay, you'll know, and then we go from there. But again, this is just a diary. I will see you all on the flip side. Peace out, bitches.